I think I might have gotten this working. Let's hope it lasts longer than 2 minutes. We will find out. Anyway, guys, this is the second attempt at trying this stream. Let's just briefly go over exactly what we're doing here so we can understand. Let me switch over to the big camera view. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to shut down this computer that you guys may have just saw running. I'm just going to briefly explain exactly what it is, what we're doing today, and then we're going to dive right into it, hopefully before everything dies again. Okay, so here is the machine we're working on. If you guys want a more in-depth explanation, well, no, don't even watch that other video. I'm probably going to delete. Anyway, this is a Dell Precision T1600, okay? It has 4 gigabytes of DDR3 non-ECC RAM, which I pulled from a little Dell Inspiron right here. I got at a thrift store for $3. Or, no, that one, well, I don't remember how much I spent on that one. It was cheap, though. Anyway, but this one I pulled out of a dumpster 2 days ago. It was a thrift store dumpster. I had permission from the owners. It's okay. Originally, I was just going to take some parts out of there, but they said, okay, do you want to take the parts out here, or do you want to just take the whole thing with you? And I was like, if I can take the whole thing with me, I will. So, didn't have any RAM, didn't have a hard drive, okay? We added RAM from the Inspiron, and what sucks is in the introduction that I did before everything crashed, I opened up the Lexar 240 gigabyte solid state drive that's for the PlayStation 4, and we installed it in here, which I can just show you guys that now. Here is the Lexar 240 gigabyte solid state drive. It is hooked up via SATA. Got the SATA power, got the SATA data. Like, this is much less in depth than I was doing last time, but yeah, so we just added there. We got the RAM chip installed right in here. This is a Cooler Master CPU from the original owner, because this was like their gaming computer, and they just donated it, and it ended up in the garbage, which sucks, but I saved it. But yeah, so Cooler Master heatsink CPU cooler thing. We have an NVIDIA GT 730 down here for the graphics card. And it has the best processor that you can get for this machine. Well, when you can order them. I believe you can do like an i7 2600 in here, but this has a Xeon E3-1245 in here, which is a beefy-ass processor. If I upgrade that GPU, I might be able to make this into a VR rig, but we'll figure that out at a later time. First, we're just going to get this thing up and running, okay? I'm pretty sure I did a decent overview of all that. So let me get this all hooked up. And I'm gonna, by the way, we have this all going through my HDMI capture card. Welcome to the party, Deep Snow. Yeah, this is the Dumpster PC experience, my friend. Here's the thing. This thing is about 10 years old, and it's going to be a modern gaming rig by the time I'm done. Not by the end of this episode. I still have to invest in a better graphics card. I might rip out one of my good graphics cards just for testing. But that won't be today. We'll do that later. That'll be a really crazy stream when it's time for that. But yeah, I think it's going to be a VR computer. But we need to go to... I need to set my desktop back up. Dude, Discord. Like, just start asking me any questions you run into. I will help you out any way I possibly can. I just do this shit for fun. I love it. Hopefully I can save you some money if you run into any crazy issues. But we need to switch to the live settings console capture, because I want to demonstrate this again. So this Frankenstein of a computer now turns on, now that we have the RAM in there. Before, it would give me a light code that said it was a dead board. As soon as we got the right RAM in there, well, any RAM at all for that matter, as long as it was compatible, then there we go. Precision Workstation T1600. I have not installed my keyboard yet. We're going to be using the spare that I picked up for the PlayStation 4. Which has the bonus of being a media keyboard, which is awesome. It's how I discovered yesterday that this actually has a built-in speaker. Hey, welcome to the party, Maslin. Good to see you. Good to see you. Sorry, I can't speak. It's early, and I've been trying to fix technical issues all day. Well, internet issues. Okay, so there we go. Now this is hooked up. We can press F1. We're not going to be able to do anything in its current state. The solid state that's installed there does not have any OS whatsoever. It is just plain old vanilla thing. But I'm going to shut this thing down now, because I'm going to guide you guys through the process of installing an operating system on a computer right now, live. It's going to be awesome. So, we're going to go ahead and switch over to my... Oh boy, where are you? You are there. Desktop capture. Okay. Here's the desktop for my primary gaming computer that we've been using for this page since, well, ever. So, if you notice right up here, these are the utilities we're going to be using today. Now, if you guys saw, I guess I should have shown this off too. This also came in the mail. This is an iPad 2 cellular model, which was a hell of a surprise. First time I've owned a cellular model. But I had ordered on Facebook Marketplace it was an iPad. They labeled it as an iPad 1. Actually, it turned out to be an iPad 2. Then she canceled the order one time and then canceled it a second time. So I was complaining about it on this IT support group, just saying, hey, this is what just happened. Does anybody have any devices you don't want anymore, like old iOS devices, so I could do a live hacking for you guys? And a guy messaged me and he said, yeah, I got this one. You pay the shipping, you can have it. Well, as time went on, he basically just said, hey, I get paid on Friday. Do you just want... I can just send this thing to you. So I was like, hell yeah. So he just freaking sent me his old iPad. Now, I did sign it in yesterday because there are steps involved with this that, frankly, I do not want to record because it can show off personal information. I don't want to show off my personal information. But just to show off for you guys real quick before we get into the nitty-gritty stuff, if I plug this into my computer right now, okay, there it is. Then I have this program right here called iTools 4. We're going to open this up just to show you guys kind of what we're going to get into. It's going to get kind of funky today. I'm going to be doing stuff I've never done before today. And you guys get to see me do it live and probably fuck it up. It's going to be great. Oh, man, I'm so excited for it. I get a SSH. I've never SSH'd before. It's going to be so cool. But we're going to go into Toolbox here. We got Screen Mirror. Okay, this is not a good screen mirror. You guys are going to notice that really quick. I just swiped. There it is. Swipe. And there it is. So, if it looks laggy, it's because it is. It's pretty gnarly. Another utility we're going to be using, potentially, more than likely, we're going to be using my iPad Air 2. This was a freebie that I got last year from a deceased friend of the family. Also, where I got some of the Macs and stuff. But this one works great. This one works absolutely great. There's no issues, but we might need it for a jailbreak tweak that we're going to be utilizing. Okay, let's go ahead and, now that I've gotten all that out of the way, we're going to start getting into the technical side. Let's go ahead and say hello to the people in the audience real quick. Let's see. Put on some lo-fi while system is installing. Ooh, that might be fun. That's tempting. That's tempting. If anybody else wants to see that, say it now because I fucking will. That'd be sweet. Probably won't talk much. I got to do some schoolwork. Whole reason why I haven't been here for the past couple streams. Sorry I missed the most wanted stream. Dude, it's totally fine, man. School comes first. School before fucking anything else, okay? Like, seriously, you're fine. Don't stress it. Thanks for tuning in, though, man. Love it. Sifo, welcome to the party, my friend. Get ready. The shit's about to get wild. Okay. So, for the very first thing we're going to be doing, we are not going to be doing the iPad first. We're going to be doing this kind of at the same time as things are installing. So we're going to go ahead and close out of all this. We don't need any of this open. Hello, me. I'm going to move you this way. Okay, now you're... wait, no. I will drop you down. That'd be smarter. Okay. So here's what we're going to need to install an operating system on almost any computer. Okay, really old computers this isn't going to apply with, and more than likely you're going to have to use a burnable CD, DVD, which I'll guide you through that process down the road as well, because I'm... that's where I started, man. I have burned hundreds of disks, hundreds of Linux installations. Like, that's not even a joke. I've tested over 100 different distros. I love this shit. For this, though, we're going to need a flash drive. Okay, I believe this is a 64 gigabyte. Completely excessive. Does not need to be this big. I would recommend, if you're trying to install an operating system, 8 gigabytes should be your minimum, generally speaking. 16 is ideal just for kind of the future proofing, because I imagine it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But we're going to be using a 64 gigabyte flash drive. This isn't even a good one. I got to kind of wobble it in just the right way to get it to sit, which is basically just pushing it downward. And there we go. Now it's connected to the computer. So what tools are we going to need to be able to do this process? Well, that's where all this comes in. So Rufus is a utility that you use to install a ISO image onto a flash drive. What's an ISO image? Well, it's basically just a disk file. So I could go over here and grab Hoyle Card Games. Yes, we got Hoyle Card Games. Okay, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. This was inside of one of the computers as I was, just making sure everything worked. So, if I were to put this in my computer, okay, you can open up the disk and you're going to see all the files, okay? You can extract those and those just be regular files. But, what if I wanted to make an exact copy of this disk? Well, I'd put this in and I would make what's called an ISO image. An ISO image is basically just a file version of the entire CD, okay? Picture like a zip folder, but the zip folder is like the disk. That's a really shitty example. I know I'm going to piss off some of the fellow nerds with that one, but it's kind of just a rough estimation of what it is. So, this again, just who cares about that? We don't need to worry about it. So, let's give you an example of an ISO image. So we got Rufus right here, okay? Rufus, this is the application. This is just some kind of like configuration file for it. This is Zorin 16, okay? Zorin 16, well, Zorin OS is a Linux distribution that looks and functions very, very, very similarly to Windows. But you're also going to get the perks of way better performance, way better security, and free shit just everywhere. Linux is just filled with open source software. It's an absolute dream to use, especially if you're on a budget, hence why I know so much about it. So, how do we use Rufus? Well, let's just give you a quick overview of what all we're looking at. This has quite a few functions. First thing we're going to look at here, this is your device, okay? I already have this, this flash drive already has Zorin in there, but I'm going to be wiping it anyway. This is just the name of the device right here, okay? So you just select it from there. It's not going to pick up your hard drive, just any external media that is connected, okay? So, boot selection. So you're going to have 3 different options here. FreeDOS, I've never fucked with. I don't really know what that is. I'm assuming it's some kind of like open source disk operating system setup. I don't know. Again, haven't fucked with it. Non-bootable, this can be useful if you're trying to change it from MBR to GPT or vice versa. There are other utilities you can use for this, but Rufus is kind of just that easy go-to. It's right there. Click it. Done, Now, here's the important thing that you need to know. Okay, older computers, generally speaking, run off MBR, aka Master Boot Record, okay? While newer computers will use either UEFI right here. Okay, BIOS is another way to think of MBR, okay? It just depends on what program you open. They say MBR or BIOS, or in this case, the new one is UEFI, okay? Now, why does this matter? Well, if you try to put a UEFI installation media inside of a MBR system or a BIOS system, ain't gonna boot. Same thing goes vice versa. Well, with some exceptions. You can boot MBR media on UEFI systems, but normally you have to set it to what's called legacy mode, which basically legacy just means old as fuck. So you're setting it to old as fuck mode, so it can run the old as fuck media, so you can run your old as fuck OS, okay? Fun way to think about it? I think it's a fun way to think about it, but... So, what are we going to be selecting here? Well, we're going to click on, right here, we're going to go to a disk or ISO image. Remember, ISO image is just a file version of the entire disk, and we're going to press the select button right here, and we're going to start browsing. So, I could do it directly from my downloads folder here, and as you can see, I have other versions of Zorin. 16 is the most recent, but they don't have a light edition yet. I was just doing... Oh, boy. Well, this one is a nightmare computer. This one's an absolute fucking nightmare. I also picked this up at the thrift store yesterday. This is a HP Pavilion 20-inch all-in-one computer. It is running an AMD E1 2500, which is basically a netbook processor inside of an all-in-one computer. In other words, it's pretty shit. But it runs Zorin 16, not the light edition yet. They haven't released a light edition of 16 yet. That's what I'm going to be moving to, though. What was the point with that? I forgot what my point with that was. Basically, 15.3 would work great on there if it didn't have some... Oh, boy. Basically, when I tried using an older Linux distribution, for some reason it would do a black screen, like the GPU wasn't working, but you were able to still hear system sound. So it's working when it's really not working. So right now it just has 16 on there. I'm waiting for them to release the light version. Okay, so we're going to go to my desktop here, and I'm going to select right here Zorin 16 Core 64-bit R1. Okay, long name, but all we need to know is if we look right here, okay, and we look at this, it's a disk image file, otherwise known as an ISO image. Now, here's another way to think about it. If you think about like PlayStation emulation, think about, not PS1, let's think PS2, because PS1 does bin and queue. PS2 is straight up just ISO images. Again, it's just a disk image file. That's all it is. It is the entire disk image, okay, in a file. And in fact, I can do another thing to show you guys here. I can right-click on it, open it up with 7-zip, and there you go. There's all the files inside of there. This is the contents of the Zorin ISO image. So we're going to go ahead and double-click on that. Now you're going to see in boot selection, now it says Zorin OS 16 Core 64-bit R1.iso. So that is the entire file that we have there. Okay. Other than that, that's all. Well, hold on. No. That is not all we need. So now we need to look at the partition scheme, okay? Because this computer is old school, I'm going to keep it on MBR. Technically, it has UEFI compatibility, but there's like some weird gray areas. And normally that's when they were doing the transition. They have these weird ones that was like a little bit of MBR and a little bit of UEFI. And the problem is it doesn't do either of them very well, and it makes it really hard to find an operating system for it. I have some examples of that, just not up here with me. Again, this is going to be one of those things I'm probably going to piss some people off with, especially because I don't have a way just to show you guys. But just trust me, it's a thing. So we're going to do MBR instead of GPT. GPT corresponds to UEFI, okay? Just like MBR corresponds to legacy, which corresponds to BIOS, okay? It's all the same shit. It's just two things you have to really remember, and that's new, old. We're doing old as fuck mode, so we're going to stick in old as fuck mode. I never touch this. Target system, BIOS, or UEFI, only one option there. No wonder I don't touch it. Okay, so now we're going to press start. Now all this is going to be doing is transferring the ISO image and writing it to my flash drive, to where my flash drive is basically now a disk. It's an installation media, just like if you had like a Windows installation disk or a Linux installation disk. Yeah, here, this is another better example. So, I have right here a spindle of Sony rewritable DVDs. Or, well, technically non-rewritable because they have the minus there, but I'm able to burn these discs, okay? This is completely unopened. I got it at a thrift store apparently for $2, okay? These are great to have for old computers because some of them can't boot off USB, and you will end up needing something like this. I don't have to open this right now, but I just want to kind of show you guys. Because if you ever see just a good old, right here, just a DVD. Any kind of burnable DVD. This has 4.7 gigabytes. That's the standard for burnable DVDs. CDs have 700 megabytes. So depending on what you're trying to install, you might be able to get away with either. Okay, I'm going to press enter on that, so it's going to continue the process here. But this would be capable of installing Zorin, Ubuntu, Linux Mint, Windows, Hackintosh, which is just Mac OS running on a PC, a non-compatible build. Is that frozen? No, we're good. Okay. Sorry, after that crash, I'm like so concerned now. But yeah, so like let's say the USB didn't work on here, I would burn it to this and then install it that way. Maybe it won't work there. Well, you can install Linux via the network also. I don't have experience with that one yet, but I plan to do that pretty soon. The cool thing about Linux, you can install it just a billion different ways. You can make a partition on your hard drive, write the bootable media to that, and then boot from that partition to then install from that partition onto your actual hard drive. Like, it's versatile, man. It is so versatile. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that Linux is always sunshine and rainbows, because it's not. You're still going to run into like some compatibility issues every so often. Thankfully, they are getting better and better every day. The past year has just been mind-blowing. The number of games that I can run now is just insane. That's what I love about it. Okay, I should probably take care of all this stuff here. I'm going to read the chat here in just a second. And, you know, I probably shouldn't have actually pressed start on that. I didn't actually have to, because, again, it was already on the installation media. But it's fine. We'll work with it. Ah, fuck. Windows wants me to update. That explains the reason YouTube started to buffer on my end. Oh, boy. Yeah, no, that would do it. That would do it. That's one of the checks I have to do often when I'm having stream issues. Old as fuck mode. True. Exactly. True. The true value. I like that. It's not mine, though. Mine is busted. I got it from a recently deceased family member. I'd rather not go into details about that. Dude, I totally respect it. Totally fine. But... using a Windows laptop right now instead of a Chromebook. Okay, here's the good news about Chromebooks. You can modify those to run Linux. It's a process I have yet to embark on, but I've done enough research to know that there's tons of devices you can do it with, which that just gives you a little bit more versatility than just running the Chrome OS. So this is still going. So while we're waiting for that, we're going to switch over to big camera mode. There we go. Okay. So I've never attempted this exploit that we're going to be trying here. In fact, I don't even fucking remember where I'm supposed to go for it. So I'm actually going to have to get on my computer here and look. Oh boy, did I just put an iPad 2 jailbreak 2021? Was that it? It was something really stupid like that. No computer. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so it was this one guy on YouTube that had his own guide on there. It's the only one that I've seen that did it this particular way. I just need the link that he has. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, no, yeah, he's just linking to all of his stuff. Don't tell me you didn't add a fucking... Oh my god. You see, there's a reason why I'm so picky about trying to add my, the links for stuff now. It's because I used to not be very good with it. I wasn't. And then I started going from the perspective of somebody that's trying to, you know, get shit done. It's like, oh, hey, okay, there we go. Okay, I got it pulled up here. So the link I need is, okay, let's see here. We need tutubox.io, and I'm putting this directly into the Safari web browser. tutubox.io /jailbreaks.html. Jailbreaks.html. There we go. Now, I shouldn't. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, that's gonna really fucking blow if that's the case. It might, guys, it might be offline. I just need to see. Normally, capitalization doesn't make a difference. Let's see if this is one of those rare cases where it doesn't. Oh, come on, please work, please work. I just need the jailbreak file. Come on, thing. Agree with me. While you're loading, I will be going back to Rufus, which now says it's ready. Okay, I'm going to show you guys that it says it's ready. We're going to go to desktop capture here. Okay, there we go. So here is the ready thing, and here's the guide that I'm attempting to kind of follow. By the looks of it, this might not end up working. It's attempting to do something. I don't know what that something is yet, but it's something. We'll see if that... Oh, shit! There it goes! Perfect timing, guys! There we are. So there's our different exploits. I'm going to switch this back over, actually. Actually, no. I'll continue this. Well, hold on. I'll do one step, because that's going to take a second. Okay. So I'm going to go back to big camera mode for just a second here. Okay. So, here is our list of exploits that we're going to be trying here. Again, I have never done this before. I have no fucking clue how this one's going to work. If everything goes well, by the way, we're going to be doing 2 complete jailbreaks by the end of the day. The second one is one I'm familiar with. We'll get to that in just a minute. So we're going to scroll down, and we're going to see Phoenix. Phoenix being the jailbreak that's available for this. This iPad is running iOS version 9.3.5. The latest is 9.3.6. Doesn't matter to me. The jailbreak applies to both of them, and it'll all make sense what we're doing here in just a minute. So we're going to press the get. Okay, there we go. And we're going to press install. Now, it's going to go to the menu eventually. Maybe it already has. Let me just press the home button. We'll see. There we go. So you see how it says, I don't know, maybe you guys can see. See how it says loading right there? It's because it is trying to download the app right now. So, here's the trick. The second that it says installing, I need to put it in airplane mode. Now, how the fuck does this iPad work? Oh boy, no, I don't give a fuck about the weather. Okay, there we go. Okay, so, well, I'm already in airplane mode. I don't know, so maybe this guide is going to be a little different, but I'm going to turn off Wi-Fi. Maybe it tries to do some kind of a verification. That's what I'm assuming what this person in the guide is doing. Oh, there it is. It says installing. Now I turned off the Wi-Fi. Now that it's going through the installation process, let's see if I was quick enough. I was quick enough! Oh my god! Even the guy in the fucking video took 2 tries. Oh man. Okay. So there we go. iPad now has the jailbreak utility on there. Do I know if it's going to work? No idea. We're going to find out in just a minute because our Rufus installation is done. Again, so we're going to go down to the console here. I'm going to unplug the flash drive that we just made from the computer. All I'm doing with this is I'm putting it directly into a slot. Now, paying attention to make sure that I put it in USB 3.0 slots. This computer is all USB 3.0, but just so you guys know, if you go online and you're working on a computer, look for the model number. If it's like a manufacturer one, like a Dell or an HP, Google the model number. Look up the motherboard. Learn, like, what USBs do you have available. You can learn so much about a computer just by typing in the model number. That applies with computers, calculators, phones, any fucking device you can think of. Flip it around, look for the model number. Put that in Google, you're good. Like, no joke, that's 90% of what I do. So, keep that in mind. That's Do-It-All's little secret right there. Okay, now that we have the... Okay, but that's not supposed to go in the my main computer. This is going into the other one. There we go. Okay, so now my flash drive is plugged into the Dell. We're going to go ahead and boot it up here. I need to get this ready because I'm going to be pressing, I believe, F9. I believe that is the boot. Here's the magic keys, okay? Escape, F1, F2, F9, F10, and F12. Generally, those are all the keys you're ever going to use when trying to boot into different menus on a computer. Every manufacturer is a little bit different. Generally speaking, Escape is one of the go-tos. I believe this one is an F9 to go to the boot menu, though, which I can't see because my face is blocking, so I am completely guessing right now. I'm going to throw an Escape in there just to be safe. Let's see if I did anything or if I need to hook up another or move my face so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, first it has to go through this network boot. I should have disabled that. Well, sometimes you can disable them, sometimes you can't. My T3500 is able to disable network post shit, while my 7500 is like permanently there doing it. Okay, here we go. This should be the final step of it. Media test failure. Oh no, there we go. All right, so now it's trying to boot from the USB, which is not how I... Okay, hold on. We're going to do this one more time because I want to make sure that you guys are able to replicate this, because that... I think that it's already set to boot from USB. So I'm going to move my face over here for a minute. I'm going to be... Well, hold on. Can I Control Z? No, I can't. Okay, we're going to bring that over too, and it's just going to look gnarly and unaligned. Okay? There. Fine. Whatever. Okay. Okay. So... We're going to press boot again, and we're going to look at the upper right-hand corner where my face used to be. That is where you're going to see all your icons. This applies everywhere. See, I'm button mashing F12. F12 is boot options. Boot options are just that. You can boot from your hard drive, where your OS would be. You can boot from the network, or, in this case, once this network thing is done loading, I'm going to move my face again just so you guys can see everything that's happening. It's going to give me the option to boot via USB. Which is exactly what we want. Okay, this looks really gross. I need to... fuck it. Who cares? I will shrink you. There. Okay. So here are my boot options. I'm able to go from CD, from the network interface card, otherwise known as a NIC, a USB storage device, which is the flash drive we have installed. The Lexar 240GB is the solid state that we have in there. Then we can also go to the Windows Boot Manager. I couldn't tell you what the hell that's supposed to be. It's probably just some device it's picking up. We can go directly into the BIOS, which, just for the fun of it, we're going to do. Just to give you an idea. This is a Dell BIOS. Every one of them looks a little different. Sometimes you have a big blue screen with all the stuff across the top. Sometimes it's a modern gaming setup, like this one, where you can actually use a mouse. You know, it's pretty wild. But you can see all your computer information from here. Like, I can see my RAM right now. I can see that I have a Xeon E3 1245, as I mentioned before. You learn everything. Okay, so here we go. Here's the boot sequence. Looks like the USB storage device. I'm moving my mouse like you guys can see it. What the fuck? Yeah, so you're able to do the USB. I could set it to do UEFI right now if I really wanted to, but... it's not going to matter right now. It's going to be UEFI when I'm doing the final project on it, but this is just going to be a temporary setup. So, yeah, you're just able to go through and see literally everything about your system. Then you press the escape key, you can boot out. It'll usually give you the option to save, but since we didn't change anything, it didn't give me that option. But now we're gonna wait for it to boot up again. I'm gonna press F12 because again, now we know F12 is the boot options. Technically, I don't have to because it's already set to boot from USB. I just want you guys to have best practice so you understand that before the computer starts, even if those don't pop up, just start button mashing that button, it'll pop up. You might need to turn off the computer a couple times if it has fast boot enabled or if it's just being a funky little thing. But it is possible to get into like every single computer. Via some kind of method. Again, escape, F1, F2, F9, F11, F12. Occasionally F10 with some HPs. So here we go. I'm going to go down to the USB storage device. Zorin should pop up pretty quickly here. And we're going to go to try or install Zorin OS. We're not going to enable the safe graphics or modern NVIDIA drivers. Now, there is an NVIDIA GPU inside of here. So, technically speaking, we could use the modern drivers. Here's my logic, though. I'm pretty damn sure that that is for, like, modern GPUs. Not the little 730 that we got in here. Okay, we're going to do a Control-C to hopefully skip this disk check. 9 out of 10 times it doesn't work, but we'll see what happens. And, I lost my train of thought once again. Oh, yeah, like a fucking professional. Okay. Yeah. Words, things, cool things. Okay, and let's see. Pito, welcome to the party, my friend. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read the rest of the stuff I missed here as we're waiting for this to boot. That way I can say hello to everybody. F8 also does work. It is, again, just dependent on the machine. They're all different in their own special little ways. The easiest way to find out what one you're doing, again, Google the model number. Say, like, boot keys or just whatever issue you're trying to figure out. I mean, it comes down to putting in that model number, you're going to find the answer to your problems. But let's go ahead and read this here. Oh, there we go. Already booted into Zorin. And now I can use... Yes, there we go. Okay, I'm actually going to have to unplug my mouse because that's... I don't know what the hell happened to my spare. So give me a minute. I disappear under the desk to unplug from main computer. Don't worry, I will still have the capability to swap back and forth. I'm just going to be using the top USB on my main rig now. Okay, there we go. There's my USB. Now we're going to plug it in right here. Mind you, I don't have a monitor that I'm looking at for this computer. I am literally using my OBS as a monitor to do what we're doing. Oh my god, this is so much harder than I thought it was going to be. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, so we want to install Zorin OS. Here's the cool thing about Linux. You're able to completely control the operating system, even use the operating system. If I were to press just try Zorin OS, it would just run from my USB stick. Like the entire operating system will run on the USB stick. This has a lot of implications. Let's say you're not able to use a hard drive for some reason in your computer. I can't think of a reason why, but besides like shit breaking. But now you know you can just use the USB drive with Linux on there and run it off. Don't try it at school. You'll get in trouble. All right, let's read these. And well, hold on. We will press install Zorin OS. There we go. Okay, we're just going to press next. That is your language and your keyboard language. So if you need to configure that, you got options. Now, you do have options here. You can set it to download updates while it's installing Linux. This is what I am going to say. I've noticed that it leads to more crashing when I do that. Maybe it's because of my shitty internet connection. Probably is the reason. So I always do the updates after the installation. Maybe not best practice, but for my use case, it's what I have to do. And I'm not going to participate in the census. I would highly recommend if you guys are setting a computer, participate in the census. These are great developers. I trust them. What I will say is I don't want to participate because, again, this is a temporary. I don't want to accidentally fuck up their numbers because I'm doing a temporary install. You know what I mean? So we're going to press continue. And now we're going to get into the good stuff. All right, let's read a little bit of this. Okay. Funny story from this morning. I tried installing Notepad++ and a huge mistake thinking it would work out of the box. LOL. Does it not work out of the box? I've had great experiences with that. That's bizarre. Basically, I spent an extra hour trying to figure out how to make it work after it has been installed. It ended up working, but now I need to set up my custom theme styles again. Okay, that's why. So you had some customizations in place. That makes a lot of sense. Again, I am not a programmer. I'm familiar with quite a few of the basics in regards to it, but I can't program. I don't know the languages, etc. I do know Notepad++ is great. I've installed it before. Can't remember what the project was, but I needed it to modify some code in something. But yeah. Okay, there we go. So now we see the new options that are popping up here. Okay, I need to enlarge. Wait, I can't do that. Damn it. I was going to make the screen bigger because I can't read what it says, but based off what I can see, this says erase disk, install Zorin. So this is going to destroy everything on the disk and just have Zorin on there. Okay, for fresh installs, obviously, you don't have anything on there. You just run it. Something else, like you can repartition your drive, which partitioning just means dividing it up into smaller segments so you can do different things with each segment. Like maybe I want Windows here in this 120 gigabyte partition, and maybe I want another 120 gigabyte partition for Windows. You know, you can do dual booting. You can have it separate storage from everything else. Don't know why you would do that, but you can. It's just dividing. That's the easy way to think about it. Now, there's usually a third option also that is at the very top. And it'll say run Zorin OS alongside insert OS name here, okay? This basically makes it to where, let's say you have a Windows computer, okay? You still want to have Windows, but you want to have, let's say that this had Windows 7 on it and you couldn't run Windows 10, okay? But you still had programs you wanted to run in Windows 7. Well, you would want to do Zorin, so you have the latest security features. You can go on the internet without having to worry about viruses, stuff like that. You're secure, but then you can also switch to your 7 installation whenever you want it. Yes, it takes a computer reset. You can't just do both of them at once unless you do some stuff with VMware. We'll experiment with that later. I've done it before. I know it works. I can show you guys, though. But yeah, I lost my train of thought again. But yeah, so you have that third option. All you do is you click it. It'll make it to where when you start your computer, it says, okay, you got a countdown timer that says 15 seconds to start Zorin. Zorin is going to be your default. Or if you press the down arrow, or any of the arrows, it'll stop the timer. And then you can select your Windows installation, or your Hackintosh installation, or your other Linux distro. Just whatever it is, you can then go and select it. Very simple process, and you get to keep your original OS. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and install now. And then it's going to start installing. The first thing it's going to do is, first this, basically just confirming the changes. That's okay, we're just going to press continue. Remember, if you're installing an OS and you fuck something up here, you can just wipe it over again. It's not a big deal. That's why I don't care if I get a virus half the time. Well, depending on the virus. I'm still very, very secure. It's just because I know I can just wipe my computer again. Like, it's so stupid easy to do. What I just showed you guys here for Linux, very similar process for Windows. But yeah, so I'm just gonna say that I'm in the Arizona. Okay, Phoenix. There we. Wait, does that say Phoenix? I think it does. I don't know. The text is so small. I'm working off of like a fifth of the screen size right here. I'm just gonna call this T1600. Now, with Linux, you do have to put a password. I don't know if that's across the board there, but for Zorin, you do. I'm just going to call it... I want to use some of my go-tos, but that wouldn't be very smart. I'm just going to call it T1600. Oh, damn it. I don't think it typed. There we go. Okay, we're going to log in automatically. Only reason being, again, test build. If you guys want the best security possible, always make sure you have a good password. Always make sure that it asks for it when you log in. Otherwise, you're just asking for your data to be stolen. Just as simple as that. That Windows, or that all-in-one I was showing you guys earlier, that one, for instance, had Windows 8, but it had absolutely zero password on there. You go in, and now, you can think, oh, I deleted my files. You know, no one's going to find it. You install a file recovery program, and you just find everything. Same thing applies to flash drives, external hard drives. You can run a file recovery program on anything. They are free. They are easy to get. And I have found many social security numbers. I've found credit card numbers, debit card numbers, full names, addresses. All the stuff you do not want somebody finding, I have found. Not because I'm a nefarious individual. It's just because, like, okay, you read the thing online. Does it work? Well, unfortunately, it does. And it's so easy that the 12-year-old in his basement could do it. So, keep in mind, the best way to go about destroying your data, deban, wipe the free space, or just straight up destroy the thing. I never recommend doing that third option. I say if you try to save the drive all you can. But, yeah. was I doing next? Okay. So did I press continue on this? Yeah, so we did log me in automatically. Just for this setup. Don't do it for your setup. Do it for your setup. You're asking for things to go wrong and to have your information stolen. You put up a password, then yes, they might get your hardware, but they got to wipe everything, so they're not going to get anything else. Alright, so there we go. Okay. I just got a PS Vita. Oh, you lucky motherfucker. Oh, I want one so bad. Oh my god, guys, I've been trying to get a PS Vita, or even a freaking regular PSP, for like 2 years now. Okay, for the reason he just brought up, there are ports of Half-Life 1 that I want to play on them. You guys know me, I want to play all of them. But, oh my god, that sounds so freaking cool, dude. Oh, I want it, Yeah, F8 also works. Yes, again, it's, like for HP. Or, yeah, HP is one of the ones that do that, I think. I don't know. They're all different. They're all special in their own way. Let's see. Got to go make some food, get some snackage. I think you already came back by then. Live session feature is something I really like when trying to boot Ubuntu from flash drive the first time. Oh, hell yeah. Give you an idea if anything's going to work at all. Now, sometimes it still ends up not working. Sometimes it works better than when it was on the flash drive. But just knowing that you can do that, oh my god, it's a game changer. Especially on the go. If you just carry a flash drive that has a bootable Linux installation. Lot of different use cases for that. Let's see, Also, extra details about Notepad++. I've been using custom colorization styles in Notepad++. I haven't done any GUI customization on Ubuntu yet. Just vanilla with Dolphin File Manager. Okay. Okay, no, I have messed with Dolphin. I've never installed it, but it's come pre-installed, so I am familiar. Let's see. So what I want to do is port the changes I've done of Notepad++ settings in my Windows copy of Ubuntu to the copy of Notepad++. Wait. Okay, porting the changes. Yeah, I haven't had to do that. I imagine it can't be too difficult, though. And that issues I had with it not running earlier were caused by me being impatient. Dude, don't worry, that's 90% of the problems I run into is impatience. Well, with me. Simply refused to open because it was still installing in the background. Okay, that makes sense. From what I've read, it's installing Wine Platform alongside with Notepad++ stuff. Seriously. Okay, that's interesting that they come together. Okay. To the kitchen now. Woo! Snackage! Welcome to the party, Coben. Good to have you here. Hi, buddy. What am I doing right now? Wait. What you're doing right now is so much fun. I'm a nerd like you and doing this several times a month. Awesome, dude. Love Linux and usually install Ubuntu Studio. Dude, hell yeah. That was one of my first Linux OSs. But depends on the hardware. Great stream. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, Ubuntu. Here's the thing about Linux. There is a flavor of Linux for everybody. Maybe you're a gamer. Try out Zorin 16. Try out. Maybe you have bad hardware, but you still want a game. Sparky Linux Game Over Edition. Maybe you want to be a media producer. Okay, maybe it's audio or video. Ubuntu Studio. Oh my God, it starts with an A. AV Linux. I think it's called AV Linux. God, I tried out like 10 different ones for this exact purpose. Linux I've been into for about 10 years. I really got into it in high school when I went to the East Valley Institute of Technology. And oh my God. Oh, I've tried out just about every distro you can freaking think of, man. Like when I say I've done over 100, I'm not joking. I had a big old binder, one of those CD holders that had the 4 slots, and then on the back it had 4 more slots. I filled that thing. It was just filled with Linux distributions. It was awesome. And let's see. I got the OLED version for $150. You suck. Oh, I want it. Even got the OLED. It's great. I have a micro SD card adapter coming in Saturday. Dude, you got the whole friggin' setup then. Hell yeah. Yeah, okay. So the SD card adapters, I'm so thankful they finally started putting those out because, man, back when I first started looking into them, you can find them anywhere. But, yeah, no, that's awesome, dude. Please keep me up to date with that. Okay. But, oh, boy, I just slipped off my armrest thing. Session is complete. You need to restart. Okay. So we're going to go down there to the restart button. Should say to remove the media and then press enter. I think that's this version does that as well. We're going to find out here in just a second. Maybe it won't. There we go. Please remove. Yes, okay. There we go. So now we remove the flash drive. Here's the flash drive that we had installed. And we're going to press enter. And that is a completed computer. Like, there are more steps. There are more steps we could go into here. We could go into the updating process for it. which is just simple. You hook it up to the internet, and then usually it's automated. It will just pop up a big box that says, hey, here's all your updates. Sometimes there's a separate program like a software updater you got to go to. Then you do that. I could go over stuff with the terminal and like installing stuff through that. I'm still fairly new to that one, but I'm now I'm familiar to where, I'm confident, man. I'm confident. I cannot for the life of me read what that says. I don't know if it's erroring out or not. I'm going to press enter again just for the fun of it. And there is... okay, I'm going to upset some of the fellow nerds here, because I'm going to break a golden rule by holding the power button. But because it's already gone through the entire installation process, occasionally it will lock up at the final part. I don't know if it was locking up there, but it should be perfectly fine to do a complete shutdown of the system, and now it should boot immediately. Well, after doing that one network post thing, after it does that, it should go directly into Zorin Linux 16, which is the latest Zorin 16 installation. And since it's on a solid state, it should be pretty quick too. Now, mind you, the startup is still going to take a while because it's not working off the hard drive yet. It's still working off everything built into the board. Okay, once this stops flashing, because right now no, you're still running the network post tests. Or whatever the actual name for that shit is, I don't remember. The boot agent GE V1.3.76. Yes. Okay, come on, show me that sexy-ass boot logo. Come on, and I want to hear that startup sound too, man. Like, it's actually like a pretty sweet-ass OS now, guys. Oh my god, I love it. Let's see. Yeah, I hear you, bro. The first years with Linux is just testing, distros, fun. Oh, hell yeah. Now, here's the thing. I didn't get like... Oh, damn. Yeah, no, that started up quick. Look at that, guys. There we go. We have a brand new Zorin 16 installation. Oh. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but they got a new startup sound. This OS is so freaking cool. Okay, the reason why I'm moving so slow, by the way, is because there's a massive delay between the video capture and going to OBS and controlling it. So forgive me if I'm moving really slow here. I could hook it up to a monitor, but that takes effort. Let's see, start tour? No thanks, because I'm just going to go down here. I'm just going to show you guys, like, bam. And then we go to, wait, I wonder, did this one have Steam built in? I don't remember. I can't even read it. The text is so small. Oh, boy. But there we go. We got Firefox right out the gate, which I noticed on that other one, like, it literally could not run Firefox, like, at all, besides text-based websites. What I noticed, if you're running, like, a super old version of Linux, okay, the browser you want to use is Brave. Brave is based off Chrome, but they cut out all the crap, okay? It absolutely destroys Firefox. It destroys Chrome. And I know, I'm probably upsetting some people with that one. Take it like this, though. I was a Firefox guy. Then I became a Chrome guy. Now I'm a Brave guy. I still use all of them. But if you're going for speed and dependability, especially on older hardware that really needs every little bit it can get, Brave literally makes it to where you go from not being able to use the internet at all because it like the computer just can't handle the internet to, hey, now it's just good enough to work, and it works fucking great. But yeah, so, what can I show you guys here? I could right click, I could go to display settings. I'm doing this mostly off memory. Again, I cannot read what I'm looking at here. It's so bad. Oh boy. Does that say 53 hertz? No, it's at 60. Okay, that's funky. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong area, that's why. Okay, so I'm gonna move this over here. I'm having trouble controlling this little ass computer. Okay, Zorin appearance settings, there we go. So, you've got quite a few different options of what you can do. So, let's go ahead and open up Firefox. I do not have an internet connection on this computer right now. I'm not planning to hook it up for the stream. I just need this for a demonstration. Okay. So, if you look at the bottom here, you see that Firefox is open. It's just this fancy little icon, okay? If we go into Appearance now, and we switch over to this one, though, now you notice that everything has a longer, like a full name, okay? Now you can see a full name. This is like their touchscreen mode, I believe. This one is more built for, again, touchscreen devices. There we go. And you're just able to, like, swipe through, I believe. Nope, maybe not. I don't know. I've not played with this one too much. Okay, mouse wheel works. There we go. So we can go back and forth on there. Pretty sweet. And then we also have this one, more of a traditional Linux setup. There we go. But, of course, I like this one. We could go down to first there, and I'm going to set it to dark mode. You can set it to light and dark mode. Basically, it'll be light during the day and dark at night. I prefer dark mode, so I always do that by default. To me, it looks slick, man. By the way, that wallpaper in the background is a dynamic wallpaper, and it'll change throughout the day that you're using it. It's really freaking cool. Okay, so now we're in dark mode. Now I can actually read stuff a little bit better, too. Okay, that helps. Now, let's see. We want jelly mode. This has been around forever with Zorin. I've been using Zorin for like 8 to 10 years now. 8 to 10 years is a good estimation. No, wait, no. Hold on. No, maybe it's not. Yes, 8 to 10 years. Okay, but you know, when you're moving Windows, this is what it looks like. You know, it's standard. Every single one does it. But Zorin is special because it has jelly windows. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. The first time I did this, I was here for an unreasonable amount of time just playing with my little jelly windows. Isn't it cool? It's all wiggly and wobbly. I like it. But, yeah, that's jelly mode. I guess I could leave it on, but I'm not gonna. But, yeah. Oh, my God. I fucking love this. Steam can be installed on here. We'll be doing some of that later. Basically, I don't want to be downloading a bunch of stuff while this is streaming, because otherwise it's just not going to work very well. But you can install Steam on here. You can go into betas, enable betas, turn on Proton compatibility, and then you're able to just run, like, everything on your Steam library. Like, very few exceptions to that. It runs off an emulation layer. So you got the native Steam games, well, then you got the Windows games that now just freaking work. You got Wine to run Windows programs. You got another one called Lutris that I'm not familiar with, but I'm going to be doing experimentation with. And not only that, you have this awesome store right here. It's a software store. It's like the App Store for Apple or the Windows Store, except I believe every single thing in there is free. Giant list of free games, free programs. Need an audio editor? You got audio editors. Video editors? It's there. Office suites? Well, you've already got one built in with LibreOffice, but you could swap out to a different one. Like, I think there's another one called OpenOffice. God, I still can't read this shit. Okay, so there's the games, there's accessories, there's like the art applications. I don't know what else is built in here. Maybe you guys are able to read it, but I can't. And there's the Office. There we go. So we got all this built-in Office software. Basically, this is just right out the box. It is ready to be a replacement for a computer. It's quick. It does everything you need it to. It's a damn good OS, man. It's a damn good OS. Let's see here. I never liked Firefox, to be honest, but then again, browser wars are not very adult. Yeah, no, I agree with you, dude. Don't worry. The reason why I had Firefox is when I first had my very first computer, my 2003 Gateway, and I got my very first Maximum PC demo disc that had all the open source software and stuff in there. I didn't know anything about web browsers, and there was Firefox in there. It was my first non-Internet Explorer web browser, because the Internet Explorer that I had on my XP installation at the time, mind you, when Windows 7 was the norm, it didn't work. It did not work. But I installed Firefox, and hey, magically I'm online. I'm downloading stuff. But I don't hate any of them too much. I just know which ones work great for which use cases. Brave is just a great universal. It works on every operating system, works on mobile. It's so nice. It's so nice. Anyway, that is pretty much everything I was going to go over on this one. But if you guys follow that guide, you can basically now completely install Linux. You can do the same thing with the Windows operating system. It's very, very straightforward to install. In fact, there's less steps. Other things we're going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a hardware video for you guys where we're going to go through and refurbish this even further. I've already blown it out with an air compressor, but I currently don't have any of my thermal compound with me, at least I don't think, and it probably needs some after 10 years of probably never being replaced. I don't know. I don't know what the original owner did with it. But we're going to go ahead and shut down this computer, and we're going to move on to part 2 of this video, which is going to be the iPad, which I might start one more project as we're working on the iPad. So there we go. So now that's shutting down. And the shutdown process is so fast on a Linux computer. Oh my god. Like my modern gaming computer that I'm running right now with Windows cannot start up or shut down as quick as this. Well, it would start up quicker if this thing didn't have that net thing. I don't know. I can fix that too though. Okay. That's why that's not working. It's still plugged into this computer. Fail. Okay. So we're gonna switch over to big camera mode. Let's see, big camera mode. Hello. Oh boy, don't throw stuff around now. Very bad for me. Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a little bit more space to work here. I'm just going to move this over here. I'm going to take the power cable out there. And I'm going to lift this up for a second. There's the computer once more. And all we're going to do, because again, this was just a temporary setup. This has a different goal. This is for the PlayStation 4 Linux. That's what this is intended for. I wanted to show you guys how to do this process here. Short, sweet, to the point. Now I'm going to wipe this thing again. What did I forget to unplug? Oh, that would be important. Yeah, my HDMI. Like, I got a bunch of them, but God, if it busted off in the graphics card, that would suck. Like, still possible to fix, but yeah. So you never have learned the terminal commands very well in Linux, so I try to learn something new every day. Hey, dude. Same thing with me. I am not very familiar with the terminal commands. I'm learning as I go. I've been learning just kind of bit by bit. I am primarily a Windows user. So Windows is what my expertise is in. Close second is definitely Linux because, I mean, I've been messing with that forever. Mac being dead last for me. Not saying I'm not familiar with Mac, because I am. Not with the latest installation, unfortunately. But I do. Like this one. I think yeah, this is my MacBook. God, what was the story with this one again? I was selling one computer for $300. The guy brought this, and I originally was making him a $150 offer on it, in credit towards the purchase. But, yeah, then he was like, oh yeah, no, but the battery doesn't work, and I forgot this, that, and another, and it's like, okay, well, it's I had no way of testing it to see if it worked. So I was like, okay, well, because of all this, I'm going to reduce my offer. I'll give you $100 for it. Which wasn't, again, coming out of my pocket. It was just credit towards this other computer. Then I get home and find out everything was working. I don't know what the hell the guy was talking about. I felt bad about it. But it was just like one of the things where I can't test it. And if I can't test it, I'm going to give you a lower price. That reflects the parts I can use. You know what I mean? But, yeah, no, this is my Mac. It's a 2013 MacBook. I don't think it's a Pro. Yeah, I think it's just a regular MacBook. I do have a 2008 MacBook Pro that came from the deceased friend of the family. That one's running El Capitan. That one is running Mavericks. No, High Sierra. It's running, yes, High Sierra. Because I wanted the 32-bit better 32-bit app compatibility. Because I like using older software for various stuff. And let's see. Okay. So that was... What the fuck was I talking about with that again? Basically just ones I'm familiar with. Yeah. Terminal commands, though. Yeah, just learn a little bit every day. Google's your best friend. YouTube is a great resource. I need to go over here to my big pile of shit and try to find a... You know what? Let's see if this will work. I just picked this up. Oh, wait. Hold on. Does this have SATA? No, this is IDE only. Wait. No, it's not. No, it's not. So that means I need an external... Okay, maybe not. Hold on. I got 2 more hard drive readers. Or USB cables at the thrift store a couple weeks ago. Actually has IDE on it. As well as external power supplies to get it all working. I'm trying to see if I had a smaller thing for the SSD. Because I don't want to send too much power at it. I don't want to freak it out. I'm still nervous it might burn it out. But, by the looks of it, I don't have that all together at the moment. So we're going to gamble. So, best case scenario, I'm going to end up reading this drive. It's going to work great. And then we're going to be able to continue the project. Worst case scenario, I'm going to fry this drive live. And it'll be very sad, very depressing. But, you know, Sometimes you gotta take gambles, man. This is one of them. Alright, so let's see. Is doitall about to break his brand new Linux drive by plugging it into something that maybe won't like it? Let's find out. Let's find out. It'll be fun. See, this is the true gambles, okay? Because software you can fix. You can't do, generally speaking, you can't do a lot with hardware unless you're like a real, like, fucking genius expert, steady hands with soldering gun, like those motherfuckers. They blow my mind, man. Let's see, Bruner, I'm not sure if I had you here, my friend. Welcome to the party. Let's see here. Let me catch up on this. Same here. Win, Linux, Mac. I actually run Linux on a Mac Pro 2013. Runs like a dream. Dude, I respect that. The only thing I couldn't get running right on that one was Windows. Well, it did run great, actually. The most petty reason why I got rid of it is because it did not have the gesture support for the touchpad. I use it on my Windows one. Yeah, there it is. My HP ProBook 6570B. This is my go-to. It's been my go-to forever. Back when I first started gaming on YouTube, this is what I gamed on. It has an Intel HD 4000 graphics, not even NVIDIA. But this was my gaming computer. But yeah, I like the touchpad gestures. I love the touchpad gestures on the Mac. It's really nice on the Mac. In fact, in some areas, it's better than Windows for the gesture support. But yeah, it didn't do it on Windows. Probably because I was trying to do an unsupported version of Windows. But that's besides the point, damn it. Oh, it's Maslin. Oh, shit. Okay, that works. Let's see. For context, my school finally found out just now that I've been using YouTube with their accounts, and they completely blocked all access to YouTube on that account. So I just made a new one, which I honestly probably shouldn't done from the get-go. Make my own channel. It took me a long time to finally make my own channel, but I've done it. What'd I miss? Okay, so hold on. So this was a school account, so you had access to the school account. You were using that, I'm guessing, because like YouTube Premium or something. And when you made a new account, is this one that you have association with, or is it one that is still associated to that previous account? I don't care either way, dude. I'm just curious. I mean, shit, if some of the stories I can tell from back when. Oh, man. Well, my mindset when I was younger was learn on whatever's available because you don't have anything to learn on. So, yeah, I learned a lot of funny tricks. Okay, so let's see if we're about to kill this. We're going to take this external drive that I normally use for the PS4, and I'm just going to plug it in. I'm going to turn the power on right here. There we go. Wait, actually, no. Yeah, no, I'm not going to risk hot swapping it, which is normally okay. SATA is supposed to be a hot swappable thing. I just don't want to gamble it. And again, if you can avoid hot swapping, which is basically just unplugging when it's on, you do it at all costs. Because, again, shit can go wrong. Let's see. No. It was my school account. Yeah, this account is mine. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so it wasn't like one they owned. It was like maybe one associated with a .edu or something. I don't know. Check Firefox version. On the... Wait, hold on. On the, that installation, it would be a new one. Like that Zorin OS just came out. It would have the latest one. And I've now unplugged it all and put it over here. And I don't want to hook it up again. Sorry, my friend. We're going to be doing more follow-up streams on it. So we'll go into more detail with that. And let's see. This all happened 30 minutes ago. Sounds like you've been having fun then, my friend. Alright, guys. Let's push the big magical button and see if we break it. Here's where the lights are. There we are. They're on. Putting it down carefully. Okay. So I don't have any audio device hooked up to my computer at the moment. And I need to take this and route this back behind my desk so I can plug it in because my front USBs are now completely taken up. There we go. I am watching with delays. Pause the stream for a few minutes now. I face the consequences. Oh boy, sorry, dude. Sorry. Fast forward when I do the nerd shit. Well, this is all nerd shit. Don't fast forward through the whole video because it's all nerd shit. Oh, man. Okay. There we go. All right. Oh, okay. There we go. Mouse is plugged into the back now. Very good. Very good. What the fuck was I doing? 15 minutes behind. Oh, boy. Time to catch up with 2x speed. Do it all at 2 times speed sounds like a fucking nightmare. And if you're hearing this at 2 times speed right now, I I can't think of anything funny to say at 2x speed. Okay, let's proceed. So we're going to see if that hard drive is open or if I just killed it. Local disk F, 510 megabytes free. Okay, I know I don't have it set to desktop right now, but it's only because I don't want to accidentally show off personal information on accident. Let me just make sure that this is safe to show, and then, no, don't do that, don't need that. Okay, scroll down. There we go. Okay, we can see the drive. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to enlarge this. I'm going to show you guys. Where is it? Oh, I need to go to desktop capture. Okay. So this is disk management. Let me do one thing real quick, actually. Let me going back to big camera. So I just want to see if I put in the word. Okay, let's just kind of go over there. When you're using Windows search, sometimes it'll pull up documents that have information in it. There we go. Okay, wait, no. Yeah, so I put in the word part. And yes, okay, we're good. No personal information is popping up. I'm sorry, guys. I got to be like so OCD about this. Again, I'm very security conscious. I don't want to put too much into the world. There we go. Let's go desktop. There we go. Not showing off do it all resume. We're going to go part. Just remember the word part, okay? Because you go down here, create and format hard disk partitions, okay? You're just looking for the word part in partition, okay? Partitioning, again, is just the division of a hard drive into smaller sectors. Hello? Garrigan, I'm live streaming right now. Can't. Sorry. We can do it later for sure. You want to do Paw Patrol or Dynasty Warriors? Do Paw Patrol. Okay, I'll get you set up in a little bit, okay, when I'm done streaming, alright? Cool. We have the rule in place when it's Big Brother stream time, Big Brother streams. Because Big Brother says very naughty words sometimes. But yeah. Anyway, so we put in part for partition, partition being what divides up a hard drive. So if we look right here, okay, these are my hard disk partitions. My primary is a 240 gigabyte solid state drive. My secondary is a 4 terabyte spinning hard disk. I believe it's a Western Digital Black. And yes, I know I've got 6 gigabytes unallocated. I need to do something with it. It's just, I don't want to fuck it up, okay? Like, it's scary. It's scary. I could take a gamble, and if I do one thing wrong, I need to wipe my whole computer. And I'm not, well, I am ready for it, because if I right-click and go to new, I can't make a new folder anymore. Don't know why that started happening. Happened about a week ago. It's a thing I got to fix. But, so we're going to scroll down, and, oh, wait, no, it's already here. So this is the external drive. This is the 240 gigabyte Lexar disk. You don't really have a way to tell here besides knowing the gigabyte size. Biggest way to know is, generally speaking, first disk is your boot disk that you're running off of. Second disk is any other SATA disk, and anything else is going to be your externals. So we're just gonna, oh boy, how do we? Ooh, are you gonna be difficult? You are gonna be difficult. Okay. Now I need to remember. We're gonna go the fancy way. Okay, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna go CMD. Here's the command prompt. Okay, let's see if I still remember how to do this. Is it list disk? Oh, wait, no. First, we got to go into disk. No. Oh my God. Why am I blanking out? Disk part. Disk part? Yes, I do. Okay, yeah, I do spend time in here, just not as much as the GUI. So let's see here. We want list disk. There we go. There's the different disks. So we're going to put in, I believe it's mount disk 2. Oh boy, no it's not. What was the command? What was the, no, not assign. Oh boy, do it all has forgotten. This is embarrassing. Oh shitski. I could have swore it was mount, but what was the context to this? Basically, all I'm trying to do is try to get it to select the second disk, and then we would get to list the partitions. So hold on, I'm gonna have to go to the Google, and we're gonna do big camera. There we go. Okay, I am looking for disk part. And I'm trying to delete partitions. So what was it? Select! Oh my god, I put in mount, it's freaking select. Oh my god, I knew this. I freaking knew this too. Ah! Okay, okay. List disk. What? Oh, that's not the one I want to be in. Wait, there you are. Okay, okay. Scroll back down. Okay, select disk 2. List partition. There we go. Okay, select. Wait, what do you mean? Hold up. The fuck are you saying? No, that's 233. What drive are you looking at? Primary extended. What the fuck? Why? List. Okay, disk 2 is now the selected disk. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's look at partition manager. It says we only have 2 partitions. So are you actually trying to look at... No, that has 4. What the fuck are you looking at, computer? Okay. This is tripping out the doitall because there's a logical and... Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay. Okay. And oh yeah, you know what? We're just gonna select partition. Oh, where do I want to take a gamble? Yeah, fuck it. We're going all the way. Delete partition. Okay. Wait. Did I select partition 4? I did do that. Why don't you like my command? But I did that. It's a very confused computer. Okay. So, we'll try select partition 1, I guess. Okay. Delete partition. Okay, I did spell it right. Probably doesn't help that I didn't type it out right up there. Too quick for my own good, damn it. Okay. So we're just going to straight up just wipe all of it. Select partition 2. Yeah. Delete partition. There's the big one. That's where the Linux was stored then. All right, let's see here. Seems we learned in similar ways. I've always been short on cash, grew up kind of poor, so first PC I built with spare parts I found in to recycle stuff. TV, stereo, same thing, repair broken stuff. Dude, exactly. Exactly. Like, it's the best way to go about things. All the software I learned because I got the one computer and I needed to make it run games. It definitely wasn't meant to run games, but I made it run games. And yeah, it's just everything that you guys are seeing me do, it's like, this is not formal education. This is me being bored and teaching myself 99% of what I know. Yes, I did go to EVIT. Yes, I took some classes. And yes, I did learn a couple things there. But I also taught my teachers a lot of stuff. And that was 10 years ago. So I still do this every single day, and I've been doing it every single day for 10 years. So, you know, I know a couple things. Still need to remind myself of things here ever so often. So let's see. List partition. There we go. We've got partition 0. So we're going to do select. Damn it. Partition 0. If I could spell, select partition 0. Delete partition. There we go. Okay. Okay. So now that all that's out of the way, okay, the reason we went through that is because it was write protected. Now, if you see, 240 gigabytes unallocated. So we're just going to right click, new simple volume. We're just going to make something. And there we go. Now we got ourselves an external drive. Except now I can't. Okay, so now we're going to do something else. So now I'm going to take the hard drive that we were using for the PlayStation 4 Linux. Because I need to check one thing before I put this away. Because then we're moving on to the iPad stuff. Okay, so we're going to take out the Lexar. Okay, now we're going to take the 3.5-inch spinner from 2006. Again, just to remind you guys, this is what we were running Half-Life 2 Linux on, and it was made December 2006. It's ancient, which is why we bought an upgrade. Okay, all I'm doing here is... Oh, wait, you guys can't see what I'm doing. That's fine. I'm going to this 150 gigs. What? I thought it was the 320. No, it is 160. Never mind. Okay, we're good. I was confusing myself. Oh, that's funny. Well, it won't let me Wait, can I do there? Properties. And nope. Nope. I just wanted to see what format you were. You bastard. Why are you hiding this from me? Ooh, you're making a lot of noise today. I don't know if you guys can hear that buzzing, but that's coming from the hard drive. Yeah. Remember when I said it was loud and old? Yeah. It's loud and old. Okay, so I am not able to access the partition on this hard drive here. So, I guess this is one of those things where, again, I'm going to have to look up a guide. I prefer not looking up guides where I can, because I do have a lot of this stuff just memorized. But we're going to basically be installing a PlayStation Linux onto this. I'm going to save that for the end of the stream, because that is one of the goals, is to get all that set up before the end of the day. This is just straight up me just nerding out all day, so expect to see a lot of shit. But now it's time to do the iPad. This is exciting. This is like really exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna close out of all the stuff I got on my desktop, and we're gonna open up that viewing program that I showed you guys. In fact, I'm gonna open that up right now. Let me get my cabling hooked up here. I can get rid of this. Just move that out of the way for now. Here we go. All right, now we're gonna hook up the iPad. Yeah, when I made the name Do It All, I hope this nerd shit I'm doing now explains it, because I just want to get a hold of all of it and hack it all. Okay, so, oh wait, I need to, wait, is everything good on this end? Yes, beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to switch it back to desktop capture mode. Okay, so this pops up every time. I am using just the free version. Screen mirror is not allowed to record. Oh no! I can't record the screen. However, will I think of a way to record the screen? Oh no! Oh, I would have to spend money? Oh man. Yeah, this is definitely not the ideal way of screen recording. It's slow as shit, and it doesn't look very good, but you guys are able to see everything that's going on. So, the thing that we added is right there. That is the Phoenix jailbreak. We're going to go ahead and full screen this to give you guys a better view. God, that looks fucking beautiful. Oh, I love it. Hey, welcome to the party, Sham. Good to have you here. Okay, so I don't know what we're supposed to do next, to be honest with you guys, but we're just going to wing it. We're going to press that big Phoenix jailbreak button and see if it works. Okay. Untrusted enterprise developer, iPhone distribution. Yes, okay, there was a solution to this. I'm gonna have to look at this guy's video again. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's give some kudos to, who is this YouTuber that made this guide? Let's see. Pinch Soft. There's moments like this where I get a very painful reminder of how immature my mind can be at times. Soft pinch. I mean, if it's a hard pinch, I suppose it would hurt, so, you know, keep it soft. Okay. Okay, let's see, scrolling down. Okay. So I need to fast forward to the jailbreaking process there. And I actually need an audio device, because I need to be able to listen to what he's saying. So, we're just going to see how he goes about doing this. We've already done the installation of the app. I can't remember what you're supposed to do for this trusted developer shit. Which, by the way, the reason we're doing this method is because it's free. The other one would involve me having to buy an account, a developer account, which is a big no. A big no. Oh, by the way, I never mentioned the donation goal. It says, how did I word it again? Additional iPad 2 functionality. Okay, so this was originally just going to be an iPad stream, which is why I made this. Okay, and this is what the additions are. Okay, I can make this into a second monitor, and I can make it into a stream deck. But I'm going to be real with you guys. I can't. I spent a little too much yesterday, and I'm a little over my budget now. So I actually am going to have to turn around and sell some shit. It's probably going to be, again, that Fitbit Versa, which I think I might have moved over there because I got some photos to list for on eBay. But if you guys want to see these 2 extra features, okay? Whether you're watching right now live or whether it's somebody watching this as a YouTube video, I will go back and do this again if I need to do a part 2. But if you guys want to see this, these just pay for the apps and the softwares that I need to get this up and running to prove that this, well, that it'll work. Even after all the shit that we're about to do to this iPad, which this is gonna be fucking crazy. You guys are gonna like this. But yeah, so if you guys want to see me use this as a second monitor, it's $15 to get the app set up. It takes care of the tax and everything. So I'll just immediately go in and buy it. iPad has Stream Deck. Again, that's only $5. If you guys want to see that, we'll get that set up live. I've never done either of those 2, so I think it'd be really fucking cool. But again, I just can't dump any more money into it right now. So if you guys want to see that, you just say what your money is going towards out of those 2. And, like, let's say if somebody just wants to drop $5 right now, then we'll just do the Stream Deck if that's what they want to see. Or maybe $5 towards the iPad second monitor, then I won't touch it. And we'll just wait until we got the money for it. But, on that note, let's go ahead and watch what he does in this video so we can see what the next step is. Okay, so he ends up having the issue where, yeah, unable to download app. That's where he said to put it in airplane mode. We just disabled the Wi-Fi because I don't have any. Yeah, so he had to clear the website cache and all that shit. Okay, wants to install Phoenix, yes. Okay, perfect. And then he turned off the Wi-Fi, cool. I've been researching this, like, for quite a while, waiting for it to, oh, wait, let's see. Okay, untrusted, yes. What do you want me to do? Developer settings, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna switch back. We're gonna get this back open then. Oh boy, don't do that flippy shit. Okay, there we go. Settings. I thought he was going to the developer. I totally forgot about the profiles. I've used these before. Oh boy, motherfucker. Okay, I just fucked up. You put in all that effort in trying to not show off shit, and then you go show it off. Okay, whatever. That's my spare email. I don't give a shit. Who cares? It's not like anybody's gonna be able to do anything with it. But let's see. We need to go to General. Boy, where the fuck? Just scroll down. Was it under Device Management? Yes. Here we go. Okay, I got it. Ah, God, I'm so pissed now. Now I'm gonna have to fucking put in new spam settings on that damn spare. I've got like 20 plus actual emails that I use, and that does not include my temporary emails, okay? This one is associated with specifically older exploitable iOS devices because I do not want a association with my primary. So to the hacker that's inevitably going to watch this and be like, oh my God, there's the one I have to target right there. You're not going to get anything. That literally just has my fucking, well, nothing. I don't even have a photo saved to the thing. I don't have any password saved to it. It's literally just for these because I know these are easily exploitable. Yeah, so you just don't fuck with my email. Well, any of my emails for that matter. Yeah. Okay, so I think what he's gonna say is I've got to press. Okay, I'm gonna click on this so I can make that go away. How the fuck did I make it go away before? Weird. Okay, whatever. So we're gonna go into where he's saying, which is general. My iPad froze. There we go. General. Ah, there's a solution. Okay. There isn't anything else. Okay, we're good. There we go. Screen mirror. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. So we're going to device management. That one. And I'm assuming he's going to say trust. Press trust. There we go. So now it's trusted. We'll go back. Now we're going to try to open it. Okay. Yes, it is not jailbroken. That is correct. Prepare for jailbreak. Perfect. Accept. Yes. Don't care what it says in there. Free mixtape available. Oh my God! It's like I'm walking through Vegas. So many mixtapes. Yeah. Okay. So install Cydia. Begin installation. Is it really going to be this easy? Device support. Offsets found for iPad 2.3-iOS 9.3.5. Perfect. Use provided offsets. Again, we're just winging it right here. Let's see here. First thing I'm going to do is probably create a new playlist, or new versions of playlists I've made with Half-Life soundtracks in case those get removed. That'd be a good idea. Also be sure to make backups of all that stuff, just in case. Is it still recording during a reboot? Is it going to keep recording? If it does, that is really fucking cool. That would mean this has a lot of features, this program. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, let's see. One cool thing to do with hard drives that are not picked up from Windows, like Mac drives, you can always do low-level format, then format normally in Windows. Yes. Oh my god, where else does that apply? There were like these old flash drives that had like very similar thing. It was like oh my god, no. Hold on, that's a totally different thing altogether. Yeah, like Mac drives, you can always do a low-level format, then format normally in Windows. Yeah. So just like if you have like one of the Mac-specific like Western Digital drives, where you can get it to recognize the format, they use like, what is it called again? Is it HS file system or some shit? I think that's what it was. But they have a very specific file system that they use. By the way, I'm just waiting for that to boot up right now. If it starts doing something cool, I'll show you guys. But I guess I might as well fast forward and see what else he ends up doing here. So, if he did that, boot. Okay, then it's going to go back to the menu. Okay, very cool. Okay, that means that it's almost done. Yep, now it's starting back up. Okay, it sees Noel's iPad, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back to Phoenix. Okay, so this is almost done starting then. I'm going to go... I don't know if I need to have it hooked up to the computer. For visual, then yes, I'm going to need it hooked up to the computer. We'll make that work. But there we go. Okay, start it up again. Let's go back here. Screen mirror. Okay, there we go. Unlock. Beautiful. Okay. Now, waiting for it to pop up, and then we're going to continue on the guide. And mind you, this is literally just the first step. This is step number 1. But we're going to have quite a few steps here. Oh, fuck, that's the one thing I didn't download. Okay, whatever, it's only like 20 megabytes, ain't gonna hurt nothing. I forgot to get the jailbreak for the second jailbreak we're gonna have to do. Yes, we're doing 2 jailbreaks. It's like working on a Wii U, man, real exciting. Okay, I think this is not, there we go. Okay, let's try it again now that it's had time to start up. Are you going to make me restart this entire program to work? Let's see. Here's what you want to happen with this device. I want you to do that, exactly right there. I didn't have to swear at you. How nice. Okay, so he went back to the Phoenix jailbreak. So we're going to... Wait. Kickstart jailbreak. Your iPad 2.3 is prepared for jailbreak, but the jailbreak is not enabled. Okay, kickstart jailbreak. So this is a semi-untethered jailbreak. I'm trying to remember. I do believe you have to use provided offsets. Running exploit, patching kernels. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Doing exactly what we wanted to. Okay. So iPad 2 is jailbroken. You may launch Cydia from the home screen. Beautiful. Oh, it restarted. Okay. So, there's only one program we're going to need once we're able to access Cydia, and that is OpenSSH, which this is exciting for me, guys. This is really exciting. I have never SSH'd into anything before. This is going to be... I'm 99% positive I have never SSH'd into anything before. We're going to see if it works. I'm also hoping it works without having to install iTunes on this computer. The only machine that I have that is running iTunes right now is my HP ProBook 657OB. As well as the 2013 MacBook. But I want to keep it Windows right now. Again, accessibility. More people got Windows than anything else. There we go. Storage almost full. That is funny. What do you mean storage almost full? Have you tried downloading my music and shit to it? If it was... That's a seed. That is a watermelon. No, pumpkin seed. That is a pumpkin seed right there. I eat mixed nuts and seeds, and apparently one fell out and I didn't notice. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, well, you guys saw in the Discord, I bought some LED lights at the thrift store for $1, and I'm using a fold-up table right now, and I just pimped it with my LED lights going through the back. Oh yeah, fanciest fold-up table you ever seen with its chipped paint and water damage and LED lighting. Oh man, okay. So we need to go to, what the fuck was I doing? I was looking at the storage to see why it was saying it was so high. Boy, I'm thinking like I'm on Android. Hold on. Is it in about? Pretty sure it's in about. Yes. Yes. And what the fuck are you saying? I got 12.1 gigabytes. Okay, that had to have been something to do with the exploit. Okay. So we're going to boot up Cydia. Well, first I'm going to look at this guy to see if he did anything else. Okay, what packages is this? You just doing your initial boot? I think it's just the initial boot. Maybe not. Okay, whatever. Let's go full screen. Open up Cydia. Cydia is basically just like the homebrew store for iOS. It's one way to think about it. There's another one, Cilio or Silo or however the fuck you're supposed to pronounce that one. I personally don't have any experience with that. Oh man, yeah, this is beautiful.